Before this video starts, be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and follow the Smexi fam down below. Enjoy, guys! Hey guys, I just dropped new merch. Be sure to go check it out in the link in the description down below. Enjoy! Hello everybody, my name is MCRP and welcome back to the channel, and today I am here and I wanted to create a video basically about how to create a Minecraft roleplay. So I hope this will help you with tips on how to make your own. I just want to start off by saying that it takes a lot of work and patience, so have a lot of time on your hands and be very motivated to do it or to create and make, and you should be fine. So I have a list here on my phone, right in my hand right here, and I just have like main topics and then in depth. So first things when it comes to making a roleplay is you're going to need a story or a plot or whatever you want to call it, but basically this is what's going to happen in your story. Like when you're creating a story or anything, you need to have an idea in your head, which is normally where roleplays, like really popular ones, can go if you have really good like writing abilities. So you should probably start with your plot, like what's the story, what's the background, what is it set in, basically, like what is the overall, what's going to happen in a summary. Then you're probably going to want to go to your characters, even though when it comes to story writing, they never say to do characters. But you're going to need the characters that will fit your plot. And along with what's going to fit your plot, you're going to need a setting. So is it going to take place at a high school? Is it going to take place during the apocalypse in Atlanta, Georgia? Is it taking place at a movie theater, at a theme park? And it doesn't really matter. Whatever can make it fit your story. So the better the story, the more options you have to do things your way. Next is events. So in every story there is 3 events, or sometimes 4, depending. 4 is more like your climax and like where it smooths out. But 3 main events. So because we're writing a Minecraft roleplay, I'd say that the decent episode length should be like 7+ minutes, depending on, even though it takes forever, depending on how much you write. But like it's good to have a decent event where there's lots of drama, or like it's good to have a decent event in every episode, so like a different situation that makes it interesting and really pulls the viewer in. And in most series, besides like, because you're not making a movie unless you are, you will have a problem in most stories. That's a little bit different considering we're making something similar to like a TV show. So there could be like an ongoing problem, or in this case, an antagonist who just gets in the way and causes chaos. So like bullies, or Regina George, or who else is an antagonist? Syndrome from The Incredibles. And then you normally have at the end of your story, you have a solution. So something that gets that character to stop being how they are. Maybe they're taken to jail, maybe they're killed, maybe they finally realize what they're doing is wrong, maybe, yeah, it's all kind of perspective in how your story goes. The next, after like you're writing your script and your story, so like now that you have that stuff, like you have your idea and you're ready to start, you should probably assemble your team. So this includes builders, writers, artists, skin makers, HD or normal depending on your preference, voice actors, and body actors, and I will go more in depth with this. So when it comes to builders, you could commission people for building. I know Sniffers is a great builder. I think it's Aria Creations. I know they do builds. It depends on your budget, really. Or you could build them yourself. You could get a group of friends and build by yourself. It's up to you. Or you could always go on a map or whatever and download one, which I will talk about later. Then there's writers. So you can, like me, I write my story by myself because I find that more fun. But if you like to write with other people or just need ideas, you can always ask writers or people who see the vision like you do. Next comes artists. So these are people who will make like your titles, who will make fan art for your stuff, for like, say if you want to make merch with it later. And they're just basically there to do all the art, or if like, that's the same thing with renderers, like I'm a GFX artist myself. If you have picture frames or something, they would render out characters for you in a background, and you would smash it together and make a photo frame. Another thing is skin makers, which is basically also an artist, but I have 2 HD skin makers. I have Retarty and Retarty and Pushing Wolf Mom, and They are amazing, amazing skin makers. Like they're my two main ones. I do have more though. So they make most of my skins for me, and it really helps me out. Or you could just use normal HD skins. It's really up to you. But the best part about skins is when they have emotions, and you can portray the emotion through that. So next is voice actors, which a lot of people go to Casting Call Club, which is basically a site where you can audition for roles in projects online. It's a really great, it's like a great thing too. It's a great site. So they're like your characters, like they're the voice of your characters. And then you have body actors. Body actors are really important if you want to get stuff done fast and if you don't want to work alone, which you can, it's really up to you. But your body actors, like what I do is you can also do those on Casting Call Club. You can have people apply for them. Or I created a Google Doc and got a couple through that and just posted a video about it. It's hard to find body actors because you have to trust them and you have to know what they're doing, and it's a little bit hard, and considering the age range too, so you want to have like people who will be focused, pay attention, and stuff like that. So the next thing I have on here is like your maps, server, mods, etc. So when it comes to maps, some like basic maps are Lapis Point, Chroma School, depending on your roleplay, or you could search like, I think there's a city called Greenfield. Like you can kind of use whatever you want depending on what your plot is. For server companies, it's good to have a server because then you can have your team on there to help you out, and it's easier for recording. I use MC Pro Hosting. They have quality service and decent prices, even though I have to pay USD, so it's more for me. But anyway, they're really great. Their service is basically you submit a ticket and they answer it within like about 10 minutes or something. So they were really great with that. I've had problems and they've helped me resolve them easily. So for mods, some basic mods, I have basic 4 ones here, depending on how basic you want to be. DecoCraft is a good one for decorations. Server versions, I recommend 1.7.10, 1.10.2, 1.12.2. And another mod I recommend is custom NPCs because then you have all access to making fake characters and stuff. Blockbuster because they can body act for you, and CMD camera mod because it's a third person camera mod if you want to record in third person, even though I just use Optifine and zoom in and follow around fake characters. It's really easy. And then when it comes to starting recording, you should choose the style of recording you want to do and how you're going to record your character movement. So like when it comes to recording character movement, you're going to want other body actors, fake players with Blockbuster, or you can record alone as like using puppets if you really want to, or you can just use CMD camera because it allows you to see yourself in third person, so you could just like do that, which I've done before for like the old series of RF, but it's nothing compared to Blockbuster's fake players. So then you're going to want to choose your style of recording. So are you going to record in first person? So like a survival thing where you talk to NPCs. Third person, where it's going to be like a TV show where you see one character's face when they talk, then it moves on to a next character. Or improv, where you basically get in a call and you improv with other voice actors and they like play around and stuff, or they sit in the call while you have body actors body act the characters while they talk for the characters. Editing is a huge part of roleplays. You're gonna want the music and the feel of the emotion. So like when I first did the first episode of RAV, it started off really calm and like slow, like they're all moving to this new place after a chaotic event. And yeah, so it was very chill at the start and then kind of got more calm, and then everybody was kind of okay, getting used to everything. So yeah, it's normally music and a feel of the emotion. Same with voice acting. If your voice actors can portray very dramatic lines, that's perfect. So then there is artwork and thumbnails. So when it comes to making your thumbnails and it's like I'm all done recording, even though it takes like weeks, depending on your people, it takes me like weeks. You're gonna want to have a decent thumbnail. So like a title, of course, for your roleplay, and a render. You could always commission me for renders if you really want to. $2 USD. Even no, $2 can, because I'm like $1.50 USD for you guys, so you're welcome. But you're gonna want your title and your render. So that you can see a character from the episode and they can tell what the title of the roleplay is. You're going to want a background for your thumbnails, so these can be drawn up ones that you've had artists make, or you have taken a picture off your world, and etc. And it's also good to use, like, depending on the episode, like if there's lots of action in it, you could use lots of action, or to make sure that you have a good use of emotion. So if it's a sad episode, it'd be dark and kind of sad. And yeah, it all just depends on your preference, and the better you get at this stuff, the more easier it will be to make this stuff happen. And it's not that bad. It takes a lot of work, but it's not that bad. And when it comes to making your description, just because I thought I'd add this in, you should have a small summary of the episode, credits to voice actors or builders or anybody who's really, like, helped you or you've commissioned them for. And sometimes you can list the music if you really want to, like, if to give credit to somebody who owns the music, like, say, Epidemic Sound, I try to use them as less as I can because they will copyright my stuff and then, no monetization, even though I'm not monetized. But anyway, so that was kind of, like, how to create Minecraft roleplays with Hardy. I hope that helps you guys, and I hope you guys will create some amazing new things soon. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to share the video with your friends, and if you liked it, please like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys all later. Bye-bye!